So I've been able to get my hands on a discarded exercise bike and a DC motor. And I'm going to try to put these two together. Here's the bike. And then the DC motor here. The idea is to put these two together to be able to use to generate some DC current to help charge batteries on overcast days such as today. And I don't have the idea completely together, but I've got somewhat of an idea. What I'd like to try to do is to connect the motor to the dog entered the picture. Good morning, lady. Yeah, it's all here. New stuff. Alright, so the idea here is to connect this resistance wheel. Right now this resistance wheel is used to obviously create resistance as you're pedaling on the exercise bike. And it's achieved by tightening this little belt right in here. I don't know if you can see that. With this cable tightens that belt. So I'm going to take all of that off and try to put a belt here and then come back to this location where maybe able to fasten the motor to the frame somewhere in here to drive it. I'll be going to town in a couple of days and see if I can't find a belt of that size to at least get started. Probably also going to need to come up with some way to angle the motor in such a way that I can tighten up the belt, because obviously I'm not going to be able to move. I'm not going to be able to move the axle, I don't think. So probably the most logical thing to do is to be able to slide that motor back and forth a little bit to be able to tighten up the belt when I get it on. Another obstacle I think I might run into is, I don't know if you can see this, but in here, this wheel is pretty slick. I don't know if it's going to grip a belt or not. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I live in some kind of time warp where I go into town a couple times a month, so as I get pieces and parts and progress with this, it may take a while, but I'll put the videos together as I do it. Anyway, that's the project. I've already tested the motor, so I know when it spins it generates voltage, or it generates current. It has voltage on it. Faster it spins, more voltage. It's a 120 volt DC motor, which means I'm probably going to have a considerable amount of waste since I'm not going to be using 90% of its capacity, but we'll see what it generates. The motor came out of an old treadmill. It was also basically trash or discarded, thrown out. So was the bike, but we'll see what happens. See you soon. Thanks for watching.